Hey everyone, my name's Nick and I'm the GPU enthusiast, and today we're going to be looking at the RTX 20. What in the world?
RTX? Who needs RTX? I remember the good old days with 480p.
Insignia? Where have you been all these years?
What do you mean, where have I been? You stuck me in the closet for all those years, and I'm finally back.
Closet? Well, I didn't have a need for you anymore.
So you just cast me aside? I am fully functioning, sir.
Well, I mean, you're old and just outdated and you don't even fit 1080p or even 720p to be frank.
Honestly, I can say the same about you. But the joke is on you because I'm still working while that Samsung monitor is down the trash.
Okay, calm down. We don't need to get heated over this.
You stuffed me in a closet and I'm the one who needs to calm down? Just you wait. You'll need me and I won't be there for you, just the way you weren't when you locked me in that closet.
Alright, I'm just gonna put you back in the closet. Anyways, so we're going to be reviewing the RTX 2080 by EVGA. It is a 8-pin slash 6-pin, so there's an 8-pin connector and then a 6-pin connector for this card. And I mean, for first thing, I mean, it looks super sleek. This is one of my favorite cards that I have had my hands on. I mean, just as cosmetically, I know the RGB isn't as flashy as you can see in the panning shots, but I mean, I don't know, there's something about this card that I really like. I don't know what it is. That's quite nice. I think it's just how slim it is for a 2080, and just, I don't know, just the look of it. I like it a lot. Now, we bought this one off eBay. Apparently here on the listing, I'll show it here. There were some major artifacting issues apparently with it, and the previous owner was selling it just because he used the artifacting issues as an excuse to upgrade, which is all great and dandy. And I mean, this is the one I had the most hope for in the previous video where I talked about. So I mean, we'll see what's up with it. I'm assuming it's either a heating issue, maybe it was a VBIOS issue, but most likely I think it is a heating issue. Hopefully it has nothing to do with the actual GPU core, but my theory again is gonna be heating issue. So we'll get right into that. I will state before actually we get into it, and I'm jumping the gun here, this card is very good for 1080p gaming. And ray tracing, like we'll see with the 2070 in the last review. This card cannot handle ray tracing either, even though it is a step above. It's just the 20 series was not good at that. But for 1080p gaming, this thing is a boss. Even running things at like max settings for a lot of titles. Maybe newer titles like Hogwarts that I don't own and stuff like that. Hogwarts Legacy, where it's gonna struggle with the VRAM, or any game that's really come out in 2024 so far that is very graphic intensive, is probably going to struggle with this card at 1080p on all max settings. But all the games I tested, they ran perfectly fine, and they're pretty good titles to be playing on this card. So let's get into it.
Well, this is the first game we're going to check out here is Halo Infinite. Game ran pretty smoothly through the entire gaming experience. Some dips into the low hundreds, like 105, 106 frames. For the most part, ran incredibly smooth, just very enjoyable gaming experience. Again, if I had this in the past, I would have just been fine with it, would have been very satisfied. Next game here is Cyberpunk 2077 with ray tracing disabled, with all max settings, and the game again ran very smooth, above 60 frames. With an old graphics card like this, you know you're not gonna hit anything above that consistently with all max settings, and you'll see very shortly that the ray tracing again is very lackluster. It's not really playable, but again, very nice experience playing Cyberpunk and just walking around some intensive parts of the game. Third game on our list is Ready or Not. It's a SWAT tactical shooter. This game sometimes can be graphic intensive in some parts of the map, but I mean for the most part we got above 100 frames through the entire gameplay. I mean most of the time we were hitting 140 plus, which is very nice with all max settings as always. And again, just a really enjoyable experience. Fourth game on our list here is Rust. This game also ran incredibly smooth, above 100 frames basically the entire playthrough. Rust is one of those games you're going to want to have high frames on because there's a lot of PvP gunfights that you're going to be dealing with, and having high settings to see, you know, people from afar is very good, and it's good to have that advantage. And again, you're going to want those high frames for, you know, the FPS PvP. But again, max settings here on Rust, and the game looks very beautiful. And just we're running above 100 frames the entire time, just kind of running around, rendering in all the foliage. Next game on our list is Apex Legends. This game, again, another game you want a lot of high frames on because you're going to be doing a lot of FPS PvP. And again, on max settings here, game looks beautiful. We're hitting consistently over 140 frames, so if you have that 144 hertz monitor, this graphics card is more than fine for. The game felt buttery smooth too, which is always great in an FPS. Next game is Call of Duty Warzone. This game ran again very smoothly for an FPS that you're going to want a lot of frames for. Ran about over 90 frames most of the time. This is all high settings, not maxed out, but on high. And this Warzone has an issue with rendering shaders. It's just whatever engine they use is really bad at it. But again, a very enjoyable experience.
well, that's gonna wrap up the review for the 2080 here. Again, we've gotten, I think, extremely lucky with the first two cards. Yeah, I mean, 2070 worked right out of the box. This one had some heating issues when I first put it in, but we opened it up and applied some new thermal paste and just kind of cleaned up all the dust and stuff in it, and it started to work very well. I will say sadly I didn't get any footage of it because I was just too excited when I got it in, and I just immediately opened it up, and then I realized afterwards, oh, I didn't film any of it. I'm new to this, as you can tell. But for the next one, I'm definitely going to do that. We got an XFX 570 with a couple of capacitors that are fell off, and we're gonna have to repair those, so hopefully we get nice footage of that, and it'll be, I think, a better, well-formed video than these two have been. Kind of just testing the waters with these two videos, if I'm being honest, but I hope you guys liked it. I definitely have enjoyed making these with my friend. Thanks to Logan, as always, for helping me edit these videos, and just thanks for everyone for watching. Leave a comment, subscribe if you want to see more, and I hope you all have a great day.